So hello and welcome back to the Chelsea Academy Challenge, where we are now officially the longest serving Chelsea manager since Dave Sexton back in 1974. Last year was another colossally successful one for us, including our first Champions League title, which is great but only served to increase the pressure and fear of failure. It's also the first summer we've gone into where I genuinely don't know what to do in terms of transfers. The first 11 and most of the bench are basically as good as we're going to get. I'm thinking maybe we sign some regens and bring some of the ones we already have through, but where exactly I don't know. We do have far too many players though, so it's time for a bit of a clear out. Inter Milan offer us 25 million for Jeremy Boga, a big profit on the 11 million we paid at the start of the save. I accept because it just never worked out. Ruben Loftus-Cheek also finally departs permanently, joining Salernitana for 15 million pounds. I truly wish him well, but he's just never going to play here. We get 13.5 million for Levi Colville from Eintracht Frankfurt and 11.5 million for Sean Longstaff from Everton. If nothing else, this should help with the ballooning wage bill. Rayan Cherki and Teo Adaramola also both earn club train status after 3 years, so they can finally go out on loan. Adaramola goes to Ipswich for the season and Cherki goes to West Brom. A goalkeeper is probably sensible given Kepa's general awfulness, so we stump up 8 million for Tomasz Murawski from Eintracht Frankfurt. He looks pretty decent, hopefully he develops quite well. And then there's this man whose name I will not even attempt to say, signed from Mulder for 3 million pounds. He seems to think he's a striker for some reason, but I think he's definitely a midfielder. And he was also advertised as a 5-star potential player, which he evidently isn't. Mikhail Lokvenk is signed from Jablonec for £700,000. He also certainly seems promising, and that was it. This might be a mistake, but there's really no one else I want to bring back. No decent frees, no other amazing regens, and no glaring concerns. Following last season, we are now top of the UEFA rankings, which should hopefully please the board, what with us being the best side in Europe and all, but I suppose they'll want us to be the best side in the world as well, and there's only one way to officially prove that. Yes, despite a lot of praying, it's that time again, as we're once again forced to participate in the moronically designed new Club World Cup. While I don't want to give it much airtime, we did manage to make the final against Liverpool, so we should probably talk about that. And it's not even a contest. Remember when we used to dread playing Liverpool? We haven't made any major signings and it seems we don't need to. 3-0, we're world champions again, our 11th trophy of the save. We're world champions and it's safe to say the bookies won't be paying out much on us making it 4 Premier League titles in a row. And with 1 trophy already banked, it's time for a shot at 2 more, with the Community Shield and the Super Cup. The latter of which is the only thing we haven't won yet. We play Liverpool again with the Community Shield and we really should win given what just happened, but we go behind early on to a Henderson effort before Lukaku capitalises on some poor defending to level things up. We have tons of chances but no dice and it goes to penalties. Christensen's effort is stopped and they score all of theirs and we've lost. Not exactly ideal, but the Super Cup is the one I really want, to complete the set really. We face Juventus at Parken for the prize. An excellent move down the left sees Mbappe set up Lukaku to smash home an opener, and we are just really good at football as more slick play allows Havertz to make it 2. Lukaku scores from the spot for 3, and then Mbappe grabs a fine finish for himself to seal it with 4. They get a goal back, but no one cares. The one remaining trophy we haven't won is in the bag. Except for the Europa League, I suppose, but I mean, I don't want to win that anyway. The Premier League kicks off against Brentford for at least the 7th time, and we put them to the sword in swift and brutal fashion. 3-0. And then the unprecedented success we've had has clearly attracted some more loyal fans as we sell out of season tickets, netting 4,000 more than last year. With the expanded stadium on the way, it's very exciting. Our first league away day is deeply unhappy for Southampton as Lukaku gets a casual first hat-trick of the season, and then we get our customary pretty terrible Champions League group. Man United beat Liverpool at Anfield before we play Arsenal, who, very early days, are in the relegation zone. But, well, look at the stats. They somehow absolutely con us out of 2 points. Oh well, as said, early days. It means we don't win this thing though. Impressively unrealistic managerial longevity in the Premier League here too. As well as our Premier League favourite status, we're also the favourites for the Champions League. I just can't help but feeling that this is the year it all goes wrong though. We get back to winning ways against Everton, Chimuda Makua plays the full 90 as well, before a Tammy Abraham brace sees off Genk in the Champions League opener. We then face Man United in the first big game of the season, a reprise of the Champions League final. Liverpool lose the Merseyside derby, so if we win, we go clear at the top. It's an uneventful first half. We have the best of the play but don't do much. A cross from Greenwood gets turned in foolishly by Ben Chilwell though, so United lead at the break with an impressive XG of 0. And then in the second half, we do nothing. So obviously we lose. Right. Well, United go top, we go back to the drawing board, or perhaps the training ground, as we once again fall at the first hurdle in the League Cup. Again, we dominate in terms of XG and so forth, but we lose, with Tammy Abraham being incapable of scoring 2 penalties. We get a crucial, if unimpressive, 1-0 win over Fulham though to get back on track. We start the month against Real Madrid in not exactly an easy opener. We get a breakthrough just before half time though as Christensen heads home. Then in the second half an unbelievable pass from Hudson-Odoi sets up Mbappe to slot home. Lukaku bags from the spot and then Ziyech seals it. As things get a bit more back to normal. Mason Mount has been injured which hasn't helped, but he's back as we play Aston Villa. We race into a 2-goal lead through a Reece James banger and Lukaku's tap-in. Hudson-Odoi makes it 3 for the win. Man United drop points, so it's an extremely close run thing at the top so far with us in third. There doesn't seem to be any noticeable drop in performance levels yet, so I'm not massively concerned. After the international break, we get an uninspiring 1-0 win over Watford, courtesy of a Tammy Abraham penalty, and as both Manchester clubs can only draw, we slide back up into our rightful position at the top. That's followed by an absolute epic against Lazio. I give a number of regens a go as Makua puts in a man of the match display with 2 assists. Callum Hooper grabs a goal on his debut as well. We're not as free scoring as last year, but as long as the job is done, I don't care. Norwich go down 1-0, meaning we stay top. Now that's much more like it. Feels weird it's taken this long. And hopefully it's good luck because November certainly has some potential banana skins. Not Leicester though, who offer absolutely nothing. We draw with Lazio, which secures progression to the knockouts, and then grab 3 in the second half to beat West Ham. That sees Lukaku reach a staggering 165 league goals for Chelsea, breaking Bobby Tamblin's record. He can't be that far behind Frank Lampard's overall record. The goal 50 comes around and this time Lukaku is top, with Abraham third and Mbappe fifth, which is a pretty great return. We beat Brighton 4-2 in an entertaining game, but our general low scoringness has seen us slip to second in the table. Manchester City were only ever behind us on goal difference and now move ahead. A Ziyech goal sees us beat Real Madrid again as we win our Champions League group with a customary game to spare. Our squad morale has generally been pretty sound throughout the entire save. Mason Mount in particular is adept at getting people to just shut up, but Adam Holzek and Conor Gallagher have not been persuaded this time, and this apparently is worthy of a team leader meeting. Quite why Mbappe is so concerned given he'd have to be dropped for Holzek, I don't know. Anyway, Man City crucially lose to Liverpool, so we can go clear at the top with a win over Spurs. And it's Spurs, so you know the result. Havertz scores early on, and then Adam moaning Holzek makes it 2. We go top with an actual lead, albeit only 1 point. This year is certainly no procession. But still, it certainly feels more like normal again. But we then face our 2 main rivals back to back at the start of December. A festive treat. And I must have completely missed the fact that over the summer, City have hired Jurgen Klopp. Pep Guardiola, of course, is still in charge of Liverpool, only in Football Manager. Following a few injuries, we're back to full strength for the crucial trip to the Etihad, and nothing happens until Mason Mount bangs a free kick into the top corner. We look good to hold on for the win, but then the defence make a total mess of stopping Christos Solis, who fires home a leveller. And that's that, which means we drop to second as Liverpool win, and we play them next. Some more poor defending gives Fabinho a goal. We look pretty tired as this is our 3rd game in a week. Some good pressing from Abraham in the second half forces a mistake though, and he hits an excellent equaliser. And that's it. Remember a few minutes ago when I was saying how we always beat Liverpool now, and we have now not beaten them on 2 successive occasions? Missed opportunities, but no major damage I suppose, although we're obviously back to second, but only 1 point behind Liverpool. The dead rubber against Genk is a 3-1 win as Makua gets his first goal for the club, and our youth intake preview this year is also encouraging, so hopefully more promising prospects on the way. We beat Newcastle 7-3 in a game that just went on and on and on. They're once again heading for relegation by the way, so the money really hasn't helped. In the Champions League knockout draw we get Roma, which is theoretically kinder than normal. We beat Wolves 3-1 in another good performance before ending the year with a 2-0 win over Leeds, but also ending the year in second as Liverpool keep winning all their games as well, which is a problem. We also have no Boxing Day game, which is weird, I've never seen that before. Lukaku wins the Ballon d'Or yet again, as well as the FIFA one. Mendy comes third in the Goalkeeper of the Year, while we are very well represented in the World Team of the Year. But it's safe to say that so far this year has not been as good as the last, and the board's usual B+ has been dropped to a C+. I don't know what Roman will do if we now don't win the league. I mean, well, I think we all do know what he's going to do. Will next time be the last time? I'll see you then. Also, just to say, we are going to be starting a new save alongside this one, a Journeyman set in East Anglia. It will be the same style as this one, so if you like this, give it a watch.